actually danced with her on Cougarettes, but she's now dancing with Odyssey Dance Theater, which I've always been interested in auditioning for that company. So, basic outline of being an Odyssey dancer. You get paid $300 a week. Sometimes they have off times, so they don't do an annual salary, they just do it by week that you're working. And then general earnings for a professional dancer on a company tend to be in the range from $20,000 to $71,000. Quite a range. Schedule for Odyssey is typically Monday through Friday, 8 to 3, and they always start class with either a ballet technique class or a jazz class, and then they continue with rehearsals for their upcoming shows. The dancers start learning the choreography as soon as the season starts, and they prepare for their shows. Typically they have Thriller in the fall, and then sometimes they have a Christmas show. They always have a spring show, and then they go on a month-long tour in Europe where they perform their spring show. And then they also perform at additional events in the community. So just a little bit about Mary. She grew up dancing at Dance Depot in Idaho Falls. Her training was further refined by Bonnie Story. She was a BYU Cougarette for 3 years. She now dances on Odyssey, and she enjoys teaching, choreographing, and performing around the country, which she did mention that, depending on the lifestyle you want to live, she does choose to teach on top of Odyssey so that she has just a little bit more of a financial cushion, I guess you could say. But she said that a lot of the dancers on Odyssey have pretty similar bios to what you just read. So how to get the job, you basically audition, usually in April and May, and they do ballet class, point, tap, contemporary, ballroom, and hip hop. So they're looking for really well-rounded dancers, so it's important to be prepared in all those areas. And then she said that good credentials and references are huge. Their director really likes to be able to talk to people that have worked with you to make sure that you would be a good fit. And then there's callbacks about 2 months after the first audition. So these are just some of the pros and cons that she said. So some of the pros were you get paid to do what you love. You get to continue your dance training. You meet a lot of influential people in the dance world that you're networking and making those connections so that you could, if you want to do something else, you have other options. You learn a lot of new skills. She hadn't done ballroom or tap, and so she's, developing those new talents as well. You meet lots of new friends, and you get to perform and travel. And then some cons. It's really hard on your body dancing those many hours. You don't get paid a ton. And then you're around the same people a lot, kind of like a mission. If you don't get along with a companion, you better figure it out because you're going to be with them all the time. So she said that can be a pro or a con. And then it's a performing world, so sometimes you're around people that can be a little bit egocentric, and you just have to learn how to work with that and how to stay on your own track. And then tips on how to enjoy dancing professionally. Just being grateful that you get to do what you love every morning, and noticing your own improvement, and recognizing that will help you to stay positive. And then really being proactive with taking care of your body, like rolling out and getting enough sleep, eating well, etc., really helps to improve the quality of your experience. Then I just asked her to give some insights on being immersed into the professional world. And she said that a big lesson she's learned is that hard work and believing in yourself will get you a long way. Don't make excuses or let other people's opinions of you decide your future. If you really want something and work hard enough for it, it'll happen for you. And she said that drive really does go much further than talent in the pro world, and the people that you work with tend to notice that more than your talent. And then she said realizing that there's room for everyone to be successful is essential, that you can be happy for other people, and that their success doesn't have to be your failure necessarily, and to just really make sure that you're getting out of the competitive mindset and realizing that there's room for everyone to be successful. What which I thought was really, really cool. And then I just asked her, like, what would you say to your, freshman or sophomore college self at BYU, knowing where you are now? And she said that she would tell herself to stop doubting herself, that we all have a lot more potential than we give ourselves credit for, and then to really focus on self-positivity. And then advice for aspiring professional dancers, she just basically said, have faith in your dreams. She never thought she would be where she is, but if you're nice and you work hard and you're a good person, that good things happen to good people, and especially in the professional world, people will notice that you're kind and that you're a good person, and that will set you apart as well. And that's all.
Good job.